But what is the end goal of all this destruction?
Veronica has a really insightful view of what is happening here in the United States and also in other countries from her experience in Putin's Russia, and also obviously reading the news and understanding something about what's going on. And she talks, and I don't want to, misrepresent her with a short summary, but she's talking about the emptiness inside these two men and also others, the you could say the oligarchs, the Silicon Valley plus MAGA uh, leaders and elites, and how empty they are and how much they are trying to fill their emptiness with power and money. And she uses, I think, the word psychopathy. So a psychopath is someone who has no empathy for other people. And there are theories and ideas about how that comes about in certain individuals. It's quite a rare phenomenon. In other words, it's unlikely that you have in your circle of friends or family someone who is a psychopath. There is a broader category called sociopath, who are people who habitually break laws but have some empathy for certain other people. They sort of divide the world into people who are part of their gang and then people who are outside the gang, and they can have somewhat normal family lives at the same time as they commit crimes and uh, do other um, egocentric, greedy, and criminal things in other parts of their life, or marginally or almost criminal, damaging things to other people. But anyway, but the psychopath is someone who has no feeling for other people other than what they can do to manipulate those people. So they have a successful psychopath is someone who can make a model in their mind of what other people want and then figure out how to manipulate them, uh, or not manipulate them if they have the power over them to then kill them or however. And they also are oriented toward uh, a sadistic view of that they see other people as such shadowy puppets to themselves that they get satisfaction from causing pain because then they can feel somewhat real. Now this is speculation. I am creating a model of how to understand the behavior of these gentlemen as well as or non-gentlemen, not really these people, um, and also people like Peter Thiel, who is also very critical to and J.D. Vance. So, and this is a model so you can understand that these people are not like people that you know. And they are building a little bit on this in the sense that they have hidden their psychopathy, their lack of care and understanding for other people, their lack of empathy through one appearing to be extraordinary people of different kinds. In other words, trying to make themselves appear so grand and amazing that they don't need to comply with social norms and with laws, so they can just break the laws. And we're seeing this right now, so that they think that they can run through the Constitution, they can dissolve the state according to their own interests and ambitions. So they think of themselves as extremely, extremely special and wonderful people who don't need to um, empathize with other people, take care of other people, that they simply can use them as pawns. Besides hiding behind the idea that they are extraordinary people, and obviously they have very large bank accounts, so that's out of the ordinary. Both Musk and Trump, uh, not so much some of the other people behind the scenes, have a childlike playfulness that hides their villainous, uh, relentless greed and desire to accumulate more power and wealth. And so, this, for instance, this is just one example of Musk playing on X, Twitter. He has a robot company now, and he's sort of making a cutesy tweet here about the robot, going out on Valentine's Day. And so, I mean, this is just, there is just, thousands and thousands of instances of Musk laundering his greed and now his real criminal activity behind a childlike, there he has some features, literally his face has some characteristics of childlike retention. It's called neoteny, a babyishness. And also Trump is similarly has a babyishness to him that hides this murderous intent, this grim uh, desire to cause pain to others, to subjugate others, to, if they get in their way, to kill others. So this is hidden by this facade of playfulness and childlikeness. And this is one reason why Trump is beloved by his often rather old fans, or people who are, they tend to be on the older side, is that I think he evokes some protectiveness in them. He acts like a big baby on stage. He acts a little bit lost. He plays around. Now, of course, he also acts like a big bad gangster also at the same time, but it's not as murderously threatening and dangerous seeming as some other people who would be, like, for instance, Putin. So he's able to appeal to broad swaths of the American people by shielding his intent, his criminality, his lack of moral consciousness, his lack of caring for other people behind the facade of being playful and youthful in some ways. So another characteristic of both sociopathy and psychopathy is lying, is an ability to lie proficiently and to be entirely without a sense of being able to match their words to reality. Now, and Musk, with another wrinkle to that, Musk actually acts as if he is very earnestly thinking and is a very thoughtful person. So he's actually has a layer of being very concerned and as if he goes as if he's trying to figure out what is saying is true. Meanwhile, he's telling all sorts of lies, and now particularly with regard to the government, who he has wants to gut, he lies profusely about the services the government offers to the American people, because he, through his greed and his power hunger, is trying to cut out those services without regard for other people's interests. So he and Trump are egocentric narrowly focused people who focus on themselves alone.